There we go. I think we got audio now. For some reason it changed my settings when Windows updated, but alright, we're here. Hey Magsy, thanks for joining as well. Haven't missed anything yet, we've just started to go back into the game. So, quick overview before we get right into that. We've gone to a small town in the middle of the UK to investigate a murder. Potential suicide, but obviously we're there because we believe it's a murder. There's a strange group called Atlas. Aussie! Hey, Assad. There's a strange group called Atlas who used to be known as Third Eye. Definitely not a cult, they're just a business course. Nothing suspicious about them. The night that this girl went missing, she was in an argument because she was about to out her friend for sleeping with the guy who runs Atlas. A year ago, another guy died called Liam, who was in a band. He was also drunk, supposedly, on the time of their death. And we've met the Big Daddy Atlas as well, Big Daddy Tory. And yeah, we've found out that they do these weird things where they are cruel to each other deliberately. We met Liam Gallagher, he was great. He told us to stop crying our eyes out. But yeah, that's all I can remember. But we're going to dive right into it. Because fuck Craig. He's late. Alright. Last thing we learned before it switched to 9 PM was that Emma felt guilty that she was responsible for Liam's death because she bullied him. Though we've got reason to suspect it's probably not suicide either. I think we didn't manage to catch up with, yeah, Liam Gallagher and his band. That's who killed himself. What was I going to say? I don't think we caught up with the dude from Atlas last night or last stream. He suddenly walked off somewhere. We were going to ask him about the DVD, but he was doing his doll burning ceremony. Definitely not a cult. Ah, there's something new here. A torch.
That'll come in handy. Don't know why I never remember to buy one.
A torch did it. Alright, we're going to go to the atrium and see old... What's his face? This dude.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
I can ask him about... yeah.
What do you know about Emma Bowman criticizing Liam before his suicide?
Hey, Ewan.
Witnessed
Detective Ewan.
well, I know Emma blamed
They haven't missed
herself
anything,
for
we
his
just
death.
started.
Did she?
Well, she was upset and all of that, but I wouldn't blame her, Inspector. I really don't think she had anything to do with it at all.
You don't think?
Liam was a very confident person, very outgoing, very strong individual, or so it seemed. I mean, people are free to do what they like. Even something as irreversible as bumping themselves off. Sad though that is, of course.
Good lad, good lad. We need Sherlock. I need a hat like Jinx has. It's a bloody good hat. Can I ask him about the
What do you know
video?
about your father's money-stealing stunt?
Oh, well, yes, that was something that Dan decided to do as part of the shock aspect of the course.
But he went too far, you believe.
He usually does.
And do you think it did have anything to do with Liam's death?
No. Liam wasn't like that at all. I mean, that was just a simple, unfortunate coincidence. I mean, Liam had his own problems, but he didn't have any problems with the money shock stunt. No.
Not related to a suicide, but still. Oh, we haven't asked him about the bag.
Do you
The
know
mugging.
what this is?
The
Well, I
violent
think it's a
mugging.
bag. Is it a bag, Inspector?
The
You
shop
figured us out.
Oh, yes, the costume shop. Yes, we used to hire from them.
for the course.
Well, yes. For the course, at the end of each stage, we have a
knows it's
little
a bag,
party.
he knows too
We
much.
ask students to dress up, try acting out being somebody new, their new selves, as it were.
Could you explain a bit more? New selves?
We already knew about the
One of
mask
the main
thing.
elements of the course is learning how to act, how to be whoever you need to be in any given situation. I think you'll agree, Inspector, that business is about being the right person in the right situation at the right time. What it does, it helps them
guess that's
to
fair.
detach themselves, become somebody new, pretend, you know that kind of thing. It's surprising what a little bit of cross-dressing can do for you, Inspector. You should try it.
Okay.
Not at this stage.
That escalated really fucking quickly. Going from dressing up to cross-dressing. But, I mean, when in Rome? We haven't even asked him about the auto-hypnosis either.
Can you tell me about
Definitely not a cult.
auto-hypnosis?
Now, what would you like to know?
Do you use it on the course?
We dip into it occasionally, but it's not a major feature of the course. I would say that, well, a minority of the students know how to use it, but the majority wouldn't know and have a clue.
It's not a requirement of the course.
No, not at all. We don't ask people to do things that they're not comfortable with. There's no bribery, no coercion. We're thinking about phasing auto-hypnosis out, actually.
What's the reason for that?
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, Inspector, it doesn't actually work very well.
I don't see any contradictions yet. He doesn't believe auto-hypnosis works. It's being phased out. Nothing related there. Oh, we could ask him about his guitars. Can ask him about the
I
band.
didn't realize you were a musician.
Oh, well, I'm not really a musician. I mean, I dabble a little bit. To be quite honest with you, I'm far more interested in collecting guitars.
You're not in a band.
Well, I
They
did
all have to
audition.
do. Rey
I did audition
Mysterio,
a few years ago. When I say a few years
fantastic
ago, probably
detective.
about
He's
20
always
years ago.
keeps his eye out for something.
Doesn't time fly?
Hey, Greg.
What band
You
was
haven't missed
that?
much. We've
Oh,
just gone and
something
spoken.
Stone.
We'll start
Aren't
speaking
they all
with
called something Stone?
Mr.
Hannah
Tory.
Stone. That's it.
And you still collect?
I haven't bought a guitar for over a year. I feel I've moved on.
Hasn't bought guitars in years. How did the meeting go, Greg? And we want to know about doll burning as well.
So tell me more about this doll burning.
It's a symbolic ceremony we perform every few weeks on the course.
What's it about?
It's about burning your old personality and finding a new one, a better one.
So the dolls are...
You. They represent you from the past. Each doll has a picture of the student as a child or a teenager. And they burn the doll and symbolically destroy
It's
their old
definitely a
personality.
fucking
It's
cult.
quite simple but effective, I find.
And why did that girl shout?
Because it's an emotional thing. She's quite clearly become very attached to her doll. They do spend the first month with them. We tell them to take the doll everywhere with them before they actually go through the doll burning.
And you believe that's a good thing? Destroying your past?
Of course it's a good thing, Inspector. We're all shackled to our past, particularly you,
Well,
by the sound of it. Perhaps we should make a
tried
doll
to
of you,
buy one
Inspector,
from
and burn
Emma,
that wooden
I
thing.
think she
No,
was
thank
saying.
you.
You're
Or
probably right.
did.
I'm not sure it would do any good anyway.
He was bonking Emma. I know that much. Alright. Well, we needed the
Thank you. Probably be back
torch
later.
to see something behind the bar. So we'll go to the bar and do that. I think she clearly knows more than she's letting on. She's probably the one that's hidden the most so far. She was bluffing about Kate needing money and things like that. It was about the fact that she was bonking Mr. Atlas, and Kate was going to blackmail her about it. But yeah, she's definitely probably the most shady person here in a lot of ways, despite the two fucking Tory cult leaders. She's definitely hiding a shitload there. But yeah, we couldn't look behind here before because we didn't have a torch. I don't know if she's guilty, but she's definitely closer to the Atlas boys than she lets on. She was part of Third Eye. That
Well, and there's the mask symbol again. Looks like someone's been trying to make a point.
that was clearly an MS Paint job on a photo of a random car. I don't really know. I think the two people we have to ask is Daddy and Ryan himself about that photo.
A few more questions,
So it's
if
a
you
bit
don't mind.
suspect. It's
Do you know
probably James
what
that wrote
these
that.
are?
Yes, that's Ryan's car. Another toy he managed to ruin. It was vandalized sometime last year.
Do you know who did it?
I don't believe anybody was ever prosecuted for it.
So it's Ryan's car. We have to go ask Ryan then. It's a long fucking walk. I know you can fast travel everywhere, but it seems certain things are only triggered by actually walking, so, you know, I don't want to miss anything. Like those fucking Greg hanging out in the woods over here. Alright, let's go find Ryan again and ask him about his car.
A couple more questions, if that's okay.
Do you know what these are?
Oh, yes, that's my old car. It was vandalized. I took those
Clearly.
to the insurance company. Where did you find those?
At the pub. You know who did this?
Yes. A girl called Lisa Blint. She was on the course. Very strange girl.
And why did she write the words devil worshippers all over your car?
Well, she was a very
She's got
strange
devil
girl.
worshippers.
She had a lot of psychological problems. I'm not entirely sure, Inspector. I mean, she took a dislike to the course for some particular reason. I couldn't quite put my finger on it. And she asked for a refund. I declined. And she decided to spray her disapproval all over my car.
Odd thing to spray, isn't it, though? Devil worshippers?
Well, she was a very odd girl, Inspector. Maybe she thought it was a way of getting back at us. I have no idea.
Did Rebecca know about it?
Well, yes, she did, but I wasn't about to unleash Rebecca on her. She can be quite fierce sometimes, you know. And I mean, the girl wasn't vindictive. She had psychological problems. She lives in the village, actually. The rundown house at the end of the lane. Can't miss it.
Really? Right, thank you.
Well, we're gonna another person to investigate.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
I'm gonna go find Lisa. If she's still alive. Nothing going on here again. Alright. So Lisa will live past James. We might stop in on James on the way there. We haven't spoken to him for a while either.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
I mean, he'll like these
Know
photos.
anything about these? Nope.
Alright, maybe not. Oh, didn't know about that, didn't know about that. I don't think that's really that important. Okay, no, there's nothing there.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Just gone into bugging. Or bugger him.
Could that be where Lisa lives? Run-down house at the end of the lane. That's
That
what
is
Ryan
clearly
said,
where
wasn't
Lisa
it?
lives.
Is it Lisa?
Yes.
Inspector Jenks, I'm investigating an incident in the village. I wonder if I could ask you a few questions.
What sort of incident?
I'd rather come in and discuss it if that's all right with you. I promise I won't take long. Thank you. I'll just go in here, yes?
I have to go out in a minute.
Oh, look, I can come back later.
I might not be here. What did you want to ask?
I just wanted to ask you.
She's got a
Did
bloody
you know
messy
Kate
room.
Vine?
No.
Right. Well, I heard that you're familiar with Atlas, the life skills training company.
What do you want to know about Atlas?
Well, I heard you reacted badly to it.
Of course I reacted badly.
Yeah, she
So
definitely
then
sounds
what?
like she's trying to skip town. She was packing her
Why do you
bags
say
already.
that?
Because they're devil worshippers.
Devil worshippers.
They're making demons appear. They're tricking everybody. They're getting people to join up, then they're putting demons inside them. You can see them.
See who?
Demons.
Where could you see them?
In the mirrors.
At Atlas.
Any mirror.
This
You
is
can't
the
get
whole
rid of them.
scrying thing.
They stay inside you.
So, how did you get rid of them?
She hasn't.
I didn't.
You still see them?
Yeah, I think she needs to see the scrying mirror.
I just don't look. I put all the lights on. Make
Fucking
sure it's
cat.
all bright. I put them on when I need to look in the mirror. If I make sure everything is bright, I just see myself without seeing the other person.
Who is the other person?
She's like me, but older. It's like her eyes sink in. She's all wrinkled, with a wrinkled mouth. Like she's dying. And then I realize I'm her. I'm not me anymore. I'm her. I'm sorry. I have to go now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's unsettling. So we got Lisa's accusation. So she's buggered off. She's definitely left town. I mean, she could have been next. I wonder if
Ask you a couple more things, please.
he knows his neighbor.
Do you know anyone who is interested in or involved with devil worship?
You met Lisa?
Which Lisa are you talking about?
Mad Lisa. Lives on her own, doesn't like mirrors.
Yeah, I've met her. You think she's mad?
You can't look at yourself in the mirror without seeing ghosts. You've got problems, don't you think?
How do you know her?
She came to the farm for some eggs a couple of times. Got talking to her once, that's all.
And what did she tell you?
Nothing much. Except she thought the devil was after her.
What did you tell her?
Told her the devil needs a good reason to be after you. She was just like most people, really, blind to herself, except she's more extreme. That's all madness is. Being blind to yourself.
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
Too useful there. I guess we'll need. We don't know who did it yet. Obviously the cult are involved in it. Whether it's the Tory bastards themselves, or somebody they've apparently brainwashed. Emma is definitely fucking suspicious. I don't know how much you've caught, Greg, but so far all we've really seen is Ryan's car was spray painted by a girl called Emma, who was part of the course, didn't like the course, now believes devils are inside her, and she has left town.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
We'll ask Ryan
Has
about
devil worship ever been part of the course, Ryan?
devil worshipping.
Am I
Lisa,
correct
sorry, yeah.
in assuming that you have spoken to Lisa Blint?
You would be.
Lisa
She's
Blint.
been telling me all about the Atlas obsession with Satanism, Ryan.
Then if you've met Lisa Blint, then you will have worked out for yourself that she has a very vivid imagination. She also has psychological problems, diagnosed psychological problems, as a matter of fact.
So where did she get the idea that you lot were, devil worshippers?
I really have no idea. The girl is insane. She's frightened of her own shadow, bless her. She actually thinks that demons are possessing her even now. You really can't trust a word she says.
So you are saying there has never been any devil worship at Atlas?
I don't even know what devil worship is, Inspector. It's not something I particularly know anything about.
That's-
I certainly don't recall anyone ever having worshipped the devil at Atlas. We even tried to help the poor girl by paying for some treatment, but she didn't want it.
Really?
It's not easy to offer someone help when they think that you're the problem.
That's not completely true, because he practiced with scrying, he said. We have the scrying where it is. Yeah, he used to read up about it, so he does know about it.
Aha. So you used to read a lot about voodoo and satanic rituals, but you don't know anything about devil worship?
Well, obviously, I just meant we don't worship the devil. We're not devil worshippers here at Atlas, Inspector. Ridiculous.
But the point is, Ryan, that you claim not to know anything about it, but admitted you were obsessed with it when you were younger. Are you sure none of that made its way onto the Atlas course? And that Lisa isn't
think it
basing
did.
her beliefs on anything within that course?
Lisa isn't basing her beliefs on anything other than her own imagination, Inspector. Look, we do use some techniques that some students find difficult, disturbing. We encourage them to see things differently, that's all. And some people simply aren't up to that. Some people, like Lisa, that's why we introduced the aptitude test.
What's the aptitude test?
This. We ask students to fill in an aptitude test, medical history, psychological issues, that kind of thing, any medication that they have used in the past, any
Anything we can
medication that they
exploit.
currently are using. Here, take a look. Basically, it's just to try and make sure that we don't get another Lisa.
Has it worked?
Well, touch wood so far, yes.
Can I keep a copy of this?
I wonder how much importance they actually give to this test. And what are they doing that's so disturbing anyway?
We should
Thank you.
ask.
Probably be back later.
It's more than just a nightmare. We should ask what's his face, Ugly Ed Sheeran, about it, because he's a member of Atlas. And I guess ask, oh fuck it, I can't be bothered. Simon. Lanky twat.
Ask about a few more things, please.
Did you do a test before you started at Atlas?
Oh, yeah. It was all just questions about if I had any illnesses or mental health problems or stuff like that, you know. But they didn't
Who
actually ask for any proof.
doesn't these
you
days?
lied through your teeth on that one. Don't think they actually checked.
Interesting.
Easy line. I mean, fair. All you need to be is no.
What do you know about devil worship?
Devil worship? Where?
At Atlas.
Devil worship at Atlas? No, there's none of that.
Fucking the size of his forehead, mate.
Have you seen these before?
Only just noticed.
No. Don't know the car.
Alright. Yeah, not allowed to tell Simon about Emma being
Thank
a
you. Probably be back later.
bit of a shit.
Do you know anything about these?
Nope. Sorry.
Could land could fucking beach and aircraft carrier on
Have you
it.
seen one of these before?
No, not this one exactly, but we had to fill
That
something similar in on the first night.
Potentially isn't a bad
One
guess,
of those
Greg.
aptitude tests.
It could be all of him. I mean,
Fitness
I don't
stuff like
think
that.
James is involved. He's just sitting tripping out on mint, looking at his fireplace. I think we have seen the last of Lisa. She just kind of came in and pissed
Have
off,
you
and
ever
that was
heard
it.
about there being devil worship at Atlas?
Devil worship? No.
But they definitely could
Definitely
be
not.
all
Who
in
said
it
that?
together.
It's just something I heard. Okay, thanks.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Smoking mint, enjoying life. We could all learn from James. The pub lady as well. She's a bit suspicious, but I think she's just like, fuck it, I'm gonna chill in the pub.
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
Do you know anything about
Emma's the
devil
most
worship?
suspicious.
I beg your pardon.
She's definitely hiding the
Devil
most.
worship?
We've definitely found her to
Satanism?
be hiding the most.
Am I missing something here?
I heard Atlas had elements of Satanism on the course.
You were misinformed. We're a training company, we're not devil worshippers. What kind of question is that?
So you've no interest in the occult?
No, Inspector, I have no interest in the occult any more than I have interest in pole vaulting, cheese making, or snake charming. Anything else you want to know that I'm not interested in?
The shit this guy says is... I'll do that after you, and good point. I don't think I did either. I don't know why she would keep them. She is married to him, but she probably took them for something.
Can you tell me a bit about this, please? It's the
Hello,
Atlas
pussycat.
aptitude test.
What do you want
Yeah,
to
bugger
know?
off then.
What does it test? exactly?
It's a test we introduced to make sure that any students didn't have any major personality problems, skeletons in the cupboard, so to speak. We introduced it because we had a little bit of a problem with one of the students.
Yeah, Lisa.
Lisa.
You are well informed.
And what do you think it was that disturbed her?
I believe that the course proved to be too demanding for her. We discovered that she had one or two psychological problems and she couldn't handle it.
And did you change anything else on the course apart from introducing
Just having
the
a form.
test?
We increased the entrance age to 21. Well, wasn't much, but it's about the only thing we could do. We didn't want another Lisa. We didn't want students turning around and suing us, did we?
Do you think Emma's criticism of Liam on that last night led to his suicide?
I doubt it, Hal.
Did you encourage Emma to criticize him?
I didn't encourage Emma to do anything. I merely told her what we tell every student to do, to express themselves as they want to. It would be out of order to criticize them after that, wouldn't it? However, I didn't expect her to criticize his birthmark, if that's what it was. That's a decision she took herself.
So you didn't know her well?
No, not at all.
I think, well, I'm pretty sure he does know Emma because I'm pretty sure I have the suspicion that he was bonking her as well as Ryan. Because he was the one that bought her that necklace. Where is the necklace? He didn't buy it for Kate, but Kate got it for Emma. That was found out very, very early in the game for everyone that missed that. So we found a necklace, or found a pendant, and Emma said she got it from an unwanted admirer and passed the necklace on to Kate. So yeah, I think Paul's bonking Kate as well. Emma as well.
You say you didn't know Emma, yet you bought her a freedom necklace.
I don't remember saying anything about buying Emma a necklace.
So you didn't buy her one? So you did buy her one. So that means you must have known her, and quite well too.
Stop making such a big thing about this, Inspector. Look, I've been around a few years. The clock is ticking, and I admit I have an embarrassing weakness for attractive women.
That's
It was
the seediest fucking thing I've ever seen.
All it was.
So you're saying you tried it on with her?
No, I didn't try it on. I bought her a necklace. I'm not aware that there's a law against buying presents unless, of course, the Third Reich has been elected while I was at a bridge party. Emma was old enough to make decisions for herself. And as a matter of fact, she decided that she didn't want to be bothered with an old fool like me. So nothing happened, no mistakes, nobody got hurt. All right.
Like father, like son. No surprises there. I wonder how many students Paul has tried it on with.
Yeah, that's a fair point. We'll go
later on, if that's
talk
okay.
with the landlady about this photo. It says, Ewan suggests. Back to the center. Rebecca.
A few more questions, please.
So just looking at the cat eating grass.
Have you ever come across
Been
anyone
struggling with it.
interested in or involved with the occult?
You right there?
As in black magic? No, why?
Atlas don't use occult techniques or anything like that?
Atlas? Not unless Ryan's got a secret he's not telling me about. Why, who's been talking?
Just a line of inquiry. Okay, thanks.
Okay, maybe she is suspicious.
Have you ever seen these?
It's Ryan's car. It got vandalised last year. His camera had been stolen, so I took pictures. Whoever did it made a mess, didn't they?
But nobody was prosecuted for it.
Not
She
that I
knows who did it.
remember. The insurance paid out, though.
Ryan's camera been stolen. Okay, that's actually
Do you know
probably
anything
going to be
about
interesting,
this?
right?
It's the aptitude test, isn't it? For
There must have been
Atlas.
something on that camera.
What do you want to know?
Do you know why it was introduced?
I think they had some trouble with some unsuitable students. I suppose you have to be careful who you work with.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Uh-huh. I genuinely don't know what... Can't use that. I didn't know you could actually look through these. Yeah, I haven't actually gone to the restaurant yet. Nothing here at the moment. Hopefully I haven't missed anything. I don't know if you can miss anything in this game, but hopefully I haven't. I don't think Lisa's place is still open. No. I actually don't know.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Cleaner was a mugger. Brandon did it. Hey, Jamie. I think you'll find Greg did it. I mean, we've already gone to the woods multiple times, and dodgy people hang out in the woods. Jamie T is here. Well, start the fighting and the feuding. Fussing and the feuding. I'm sure we haven't actually found a contradiction for a while. Greg, just admit it. We know it was you. You met her in the woods. And Liam. Can't force students to be hypnotized.
Aha. So nobody has ever been affected by auto-hypnosis?
Yeah, there's a
Except
point.
Hypnosis was
Lisa.
the problem, Inspector. Lisa was the problem with Lisa. That's why we introduced the test.
But the hypnosis was the trigger, wasn't it?
Lisa arrived on the course believing we were all devil worshippers. She was nuts to start with. We didn't make her like that.
Well, as far as I can tell, Paul...
Go
you've
on,
had
what's
one
the story
student
there,
accuse
Greg?
you of devil worship and two others
Unpaid
commit
train
suicide.
tickets.
Some of your students aren't having a very good time on this course, are they?
Nonsense. Kate was
Yeah,
enjoying every minute
actually
of
we
it.
do.
She
We should
couldn't get
probably
enough
do
of
that.
it.
Really?
She was full of the joys of life. Bubbly, confident, flirty.
With who?
You mean with whom?
With whom?
Pretty much everybody. Including me, as I remember.
Really?
Ooh.
And, did you respond?
I don't get into relationships with students.
That's-
It's a company policy. It's not professional.
You've just admitted trying to, at the very least, trying to
Interesting
bonk
admission
Emma.
that Kate flirted with him. There's no way Paul would have turned down an opportunity like
Yeah,
that.
you've literally just... Where is that thing? Avoids relationships with students. The necklace. No, it's not that. Where is the thing for Emma? He tried to bonk Emma. There we go.
Aha. So you avoid relationships with students, except for Emma, who you tried to date.
Oh, come on, Inspector. That was a long time ago.
And what about Kate?
They're the same thing.
Did you try to date her or not?
Oh, don't be so ridiculous, Inspector. Kate was an exceptionally clever girl. She knew exactly what she wanted, and she knew how to get it.
You mean that Kate approached you?
It wouldn't surprise me if she was playing everyone in the group. Kate had more enemies than you'd think. She was a very, very manipulative young woman.
Oh, 10 p.m. Alright. We are running out of
10
time.
o'clock, it's getting late.
Okay, we've got to
Have
solve it
pick
by
up the pace
midnight.
if I'm going to solve this
So we've
by
only got
midnight.
2 hours left to go. I thought it was 12 hours. Alright, we'll go talk to Emma about her dealings with... Oh. And he's dropped something. He's dropped 2 things, I think. Is that as well?
Bit careless, Simon. Probably nothing important, but at this stage, I need all the clues I can get.
Keychain. He overacts so well, this dude. I love him. Well, ask Simon about what it
If you
was.
don't mind. Is this yours?
Yeah. That's
mine
for my
now, mate.
keys. Where did you find it?
Just outside.
Right. Oh, it must have come off when Nathan dropped my keys off. He was borrowing my car.
That's very trusting.
Yeah, I suppose it is. I am a bit too trusting, really. It's a new car as well.
Do you want to check? Yeah, because the bike was an old thing.
Aha. So the bike's the only way you can get to work, yes?
Yeah.
What's wrong with the car?
But you go in a car.
I can't drive the car yet, can I? I don't have my license.
Right.
I got a windfall from an insurance payout.
Okay.
Just figured I'd buy something sensible with it straight away instead of wasting the money.
What was the insurance payout?
It was for a laptop. It got stolen down at Atlas.
At Atlas?
Well, they didn't
There we
break
go.
in. I think they just walked in and took it. The laptop was in a storeroom, but I think the lock was broken, to be honest.
Doesn't sound like they're taking their security very seriously.
Actually, it got a lot better after that.
I think I'll check it anyway.
It'd be to do with
Must
the
have been
whole
a
stealing
very
thing.
nice laptop to be able to buy a car with the insurance. Or a very cheap car. Might have to have a talk with Ryan about his security.
I think you dropped this outside. Someone you know.
I think anybody with a giant
this is just
forehead
from some IT guy. I know.
fucking seems
I don't
dodgy
need
to
it.
me.
Enough. I noticed some numbers on the back. Do you need these?
I don't know. What is it?
1905?
Oh, yeah. That's just a pin for something. It's okay. I can remember it.
So not an offshore savings account or anything.
No. It's not important.
Oof. No, we can't merge those together. It's like his laptop is stolen. Yeah, that's what I thought as well. We don't have an option for laptop stolen. There we go. IT guy. Okay. I actually thought I was fucking sure that was it. I was like, you and your genius. Uno momento. I got coffee. Alright.
That's it for the time being, thank you.
Let's go lurk in the woods. Oops, wrong way. Not home.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Do you know who this is? Dean Hayfield, Aztec.
Sorry, never heard of him. We have some prisoner of a sort who does our IT. Large guy. No manners.
Seen this before anywhere?
No.
That's what I wanted to ask.
And what do you know about Simon's laptop being stolen from Atlas?
No, I wasn't happy about it.
What did you do about it?
Ryan paid a con man to install a complicated CCTV system at twice the price that it would probably have cost. Seemed to do the trick, though. We haven't had a theft since.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Yeah, behind the house is where the car was. I don't know if we can get into it. We had the keys, but they opened the... garage, not the car. Random. Oh yeah, I'll check that.
I really don't think it's my
And
place.
it's, oh,
It is your place here.
I just don't want to tell tales.
Tell him about Simon. You know what happens when you don't possess him.
So it's going to be that kind of evening, is it?
If you play your cards right.
Only if you deal.
Problems?
Hello, Inspector. See you later.
I have no idea what
Couple
went
more
on there.
questions, if that's okay.
Do you know anything about this?
No, sorry.
No.
Have you seen this before?
No.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
A lot of use that was. Try that again, though. Wrong button. Where's that? Or what if we used the torch? No. Fair point, though. There's just the guitars in there, but that wasn't too useful of a path. I'm guessing Ryan's gone back to the office now. So we can ask about... Ooh, wrong way. Yes.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
Ask about this.
Were you at Atlas when Simon's laptop was stolen?
Oh, I believe I was, yes. It was taken from the storeroom in the hallway.
Was it ever recovered?
No, we didn't catch anyone. We're quite exposed out here. Somebody could just have wandered along the lanes, seen into the storeroom. It's not particularly secure. They could have been in and out within minutes. That's why we advise people to keep their valuables with them. You can't be too careful these days, Inspector.
Not that handy.
Have you seen this before?
No, sorry.
Know anything about this?
No, I don't. I'm sorry. We have our own IT chap. Lovely chap, in fact. Fat and sweaty, though. It's like a double act, doesn't it?
Have your own IT consultant. Okay.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Nothing there either. I think we're missing something because there was something definitely going on at the pub. I didn't actually fully pick up on what it was. She handed him something. I wasn't properly paying attention. Ah. He's definitely fucking guilty, right?
Oh, isn't that interesting?
Or what was that? She was handing him it, though. If there's a prescription for her, there's something dodgy going on there. Surely you can at least sting them more than that. I've got a ton of fucking notifications on my phone.
The cupboard downstairs. There's a lot of unopened stuff in it.
Is there?
Prescriptions. Made out to you.
Oh, they're just spare painkillers. The chemist always gives us too many. He's a friend of the family.
That's fucking dodgy. Alright, we definitely need
Okay, that's
to
it for now. Thank you.
ask Ryan about painkillers. They don't allow medication at Atlas. That's a big no-no. But he's taking painkillers allegedly.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
Do you know what the medicine in the cupboard at the pub is for?
You'd better ask Rebecca about that. I'm
You
not
took
exactly
it.
sure what's in there. She tends to keep her wares under lock and key. So, you know, our wedding night was quite a surprise.
What the fuck was that? We're definitely missing something there, 'cause she gave it to him, so we know that he takes it. We saw it. But I don't know how we call him out on that. Where did we ask about? Oh, we haven't asked about that.
Know what
weirdly.
this is?
Yes, it's a freedom necklace. It's a symbol that we use on the course. It's supposed to represent freedom from the chains of your ancestry.
Have you ever bought one of these?
I haven't, but I've seen the students wearing them.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
I think we need to ask Rebecca something. But I don't know what. We need to know why she's giving him pills. And what the pills are for. She said painkillers,
Ask
but
about a
I'm
few more
not
things, please.
too certain about that. Alright, doesn't know about stolen laptop. There's going to be so much more of this, I feel, as the game goes on. That we just have to go through all of those. Last party pull through was summer. Aha. Aha.
So, you don't take any medicines except for
For the
prescription
painkillers.
painkillers.
But she doesn't though.
Well, they're
we
not
saw
actually
that.
for me, they're
Yeah.
Ryan's. For some reason, the chemist always makes them out to my name. He's an old gentleman.
Does Ryan need prescription painkillers?
Yes, he's got arthritis.
Really? He's young to suffer from that, isn't he?
He doesn't have it badly, but he does need medication from time to time.
What medicine is it?
I couldn't tell
That's
you,
a
to be honest.
shitload of
Ryan will
medicine.
know.
So Ryan's the one using the prescriptions. I think I might have a word with him, work out exactly what this medicine is.
Yeah, I'm not too... Oh, cheers for the follow, Jamie. I didn't notice that. Sorry. I was preoccupied solving mysteries and bullying Greg, who clearly is the fucking infamous dogger. Hello, Pussycat. Oh, fuck, get in.
A couple more questions, if that's okay?
Tell me about your arthritis.
Oh, you found out about that. Well, yes, I'm old before my time.
It's very unlucky to have it so young.
Well, I take a lot from life, Inspector, and sometimes life likes to give you a little bit back. I mean, it's not too bad.
He deserves it.
Some in my right hand, some in my left hand. It's not particularly a problem. Makes
He
it
can still hold
difficult
a
to
drink.
Small things there.
That's why he
Take
can't
for
play
it.
guitar.
I get a
I don't
prescription
know
painkiller.
why that's
How
relevant,
often
but that's
do you need that?
probably
Not
the
often,
connection, right?
As and when. I keep some here, I keep some at home. It's not a problem.
He does keep it at work. Okay, that's a massive contradiction. Oh, it's doing this thing again.
Tell me about your arthritis.
There's the one thing I know about this game is that it bugs out and you have to replay a clip. He shouldn't be drinking painkillers either, but he does. He did say he keeps them at work, which was a no-no.
Aha.
So,
And he took a
you don't
fucking
keep any
box of them,
medicines on
like a
site
sizable
at
box.
Atlas,
No.
Besides from your
except your
painkillers.
prescription painkillers.
Well, these are not available to the students.
But they are kept on site.
Yes, but they're locked away. They're kept in the storeroom. Nobody would have.
The storeroom's
You're
accessible.
sure about that?
Absolutely sure.
And what are the painkillers, Ryan?
They're painkillers.
He drinks
Just
more than you
painkillers.
do.
Normal painkillers.
Paracetamol.
I don't know if anybody drinks
codeine,
more than you do, Greg.
Morphine.
Well, all right, they're morphine tablets, yes.
Oh,
Morphine?
really?
Jesus.
Oh, come on, Inspector. I know what you're thinking, but there's no way Kate could have had access to them.
Because they're in the storeroom.
Well, not just that. She wouldn't have even known about them, or where they were.
Sure about that?
Yes.
We definitely have to call him on that. He's
So it
explicitly
is
said.
morphine Ryan's
It was
taking.
him that
The
said.
pieces are starting
Yeah,
to come
the
together.
storeroom isn't secure.
Now I just have to work out how Kate got hold of it. If it was Ryan's morphine she got hold of... Aha!
Sorry, I interrupted
So the
him there.
storeroom isn't particularly secure, yet you keep your morphine tablets in there. I thought you said no one could get access to the morphine, but they could, quite easily, couldn't they, Ryan?
I didn't mean that storeroom. I meant a different storeroom. Keep them in
Of
there.
course,
Okay.
the storeroom in Canada.
So where was it locked up?
It's upstairs. It's got a combination lock on it. Nobody could have access to it except me and Dad.
Yeah, I
No
think we're
one.
paying
I might have a look
definitely
at that,
paying
you don't mind?
a visit to the
Don't
storeroom.
mind at all.
It's got a combination. Yeah, I think I clued on to what you might have just
Combination
clued
locked
on.
room, I see. Well, I might have a look around for that. See how secure and combination
that 4-digit
locked
number.
it really is.
So Simon knew about the storeroom pen, which is, yeah, I think we've only got one option here. It's where is inventory? Card. There we go. You got it. First go, Jamie. 1905, good year.
Welcome
when-
to the mirror room. This exercise is
This
all
isn't a
about
storeroom.
identifying the difference between the image one presents to the world and one's real self, which lies deep in our unconscious. As you move through the network of mirrors, practice seeing yourself as a stranger.
Jamie did
The more you separate from your
it.
persona, the
That's
more
how he
aware
knows the
you will
number.
become of your true desires and ambitions.
This is the last fucking place you'd want to
I
keep
am free
drugs.
from my image. I am free from my past. I am free from myself.
I am free from my image.
I'm just drinking coffee and this place is freaking me out.
I am free from myself. I am free from my image. I am free from my past. I am free from myself.
This exercise involves the use of liberation masks. You have now completed Module 1. Module 2 covers boundary testing, threshold testing, and extreme testing. Please read the notes carefully before attempting the module.
So you just chill in a mirror room. We definitely have to ask about that. I don't think we can do anything else here at the moment. But there's no way there's not something fucking here, right? Like one of these mirrors is a trick mirror. We just have to find out about it. Which is a fucking pain in the ass way to play a game, right? But I think the laptop's probably hidden there. I think one of those is a trick mirror. That's my call. One of those is a trick mirror.
A few more questions, please.
And it's stolen shit's there. Because they advocate stealing shit.
Can you tell me what you know about the mirror room upstairs?
Oh, you found that then?
Yeah, you said it was a fucking storeroom,
Well,
mate.
it's very similar to the costumes, Inspector. It's designed to help the students look at themselves differently.
And what do you do with the mirrors?
You look at yourself, Inspector.
Oh.
You look at yourself until you start seeing yourself as others do. And you don't see yourself as you do anymore. It really, the idea is that you can see yourself eventually any way you wish.
So why in a locked room?
To make sure you're not distracted, that's all.
How often is it used?
Not often, a few times a month. Some students
they-
find it useful, some don't.
Do they lock students in there? Is that what he's getting at?
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Or is it just Smack the fuck out of him too. I don't blame you. His dad's far more fucking creepy and sinister, but yeah, there's not much too appealing about this dude either. I think we have to ask his dad about the mirror room. Talk to Simon. That could be a point. Simon is a student there. He put his laptop supposedly in that room, which is supposedly a storeroom. Alright.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Do you know about the mirror room at Atlas?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Well, it's mainly for the auto-hypnosis module. You go in and you stare into the mirror and you go into a trance. Then when you're ready, you come back out.
So you just go in whenever you want to?
Oh, no. There's certain times
and
when
you hear
you're
the
allowed
Pinto
in,
as well, you're right.
and only they know the combinations anyway, so you can't really get in.
You don't know the combination?
You had the combination. You said you remembered the combination, that's why you gave us the card.
Aha.
That's like
So
the
you
poorest
didn't
form of
know the
lying ever.
combination to the locked mirror
You
room?
know that we know the
Excellent.
pin.
You'd written it down, hadn't you? This is the combination to the mirror room, Simon, that you wrote. It isn't a pin, it's a combination.
Yeah.
You see, this sort of thing makes
He's
me
been pinching
suspicious,
pills.
Simon. What were you doing in there that you didn't want anyone, including me, to find out?
It's just part of the course, isn't it? I just wanted to go in there when I was ready.
On your own? You didn't give a number to anyone else?
No.
Simon, there was morphine kept in that room
Yeah.
that might have played
You've
a
been
part in
pinching
Kate
pills, mate.
Vine's death. Did Kate have the number?
Yes, okay. We both went in.
Together?
We were trying to outdo each other.
He was bonking Kate.
We both tried to morph in.
What do you mean trying to outdo each other?
It's part of the course. To see how far you can push yourself. To see if you could do something you wouldn't normally do.
When was this?
A few months ago.
How often did you try it?
Only that once. I'd never do it again.
How about Kate?
I don't know. Sorry.
Oh, fuck. We're nearly there.
So
We might
that's how Kate
finish
got
this
the
today.
morphine. But what exactly does this testing involve? Could this have been what killed Kate? 11 o'clock. Just an hour left to solve this thing.
Alright, we need to talk to Dad about the mirror room.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
And about the arthritis as well. Does he
When did
know
Ryan
his son's got
begin to
arthritis?
suffer from arthritis?
Ryan doesn't suffer from arthritis.
Really?
The only thing that Ryan suffers from is a pathetic inability to deal with any kind of discomfort. He pulled his back sometime last year. Since then, he's going around telling everybody he suffers from arthritis.
So he's just a pill popper.
medication for it.
Oh, he only has medication because his GP, who is almost as dysfunctional as he is, keeps prescribing it for him.
So you don't believe he really has arthritis?
Not at all.
I think that's probably true. That old
Can you
Ryan's
tell
just
me
popping
about the
pills.
room with the mirrors at Atlas? The one with the combination lock?
How did you get in there?
I was given the code for the combination.
By Ryan?
Well, nobody
Pussycat.
else is allowed to know the code, are they?
And not in theory.
So how's the room used on the course, then?
It's a meditation room where the students can reflect on themselves, literally.
And what about the CD?
That helps too. It's part of the program.
So you send the students into the room, they put the CD on, they stare into the mirrors.
They do more
And
things.
how long does this last for?
Until the CD finishes or they fall asleep. What else would you like to know?
He's such a dick. I find him pretty funny though. The shit he says, just he's so
That's all for the
dismissive.
moment. Thank you.
I guess we can call Ryan out on the fact that he doesn't have arthritis. Everybody in this town's shagging each other, though. That's the one thing I've learned. That's the one thing I definitely can confirm. Everybody in this town's bonking each other. It's a nice lake. I know this is a real place. Well, obviously. Alright. What's going on here?
Just keep pushing. Keep pushing.
Okay, really, what's going on here?
You can push it all the way in, Tom, if you want to.
Jesus.
Excellent, Tom.
Jesus.
Excuse me. Would someone care to tell me exactly what's going on here?
Don't come any closer.
That man needs a doctor.
No, he doesn't.
He fucking just nailed his...
doctor. I'm fine. Go away.
What the
What
fuck?
is this?
A test.
Of what?
What does it look like? It's a threshold test. A pain threshold test.
You just nailed your fucking arm
I
to the
thought,
tree, mate.
You were supposed to be good at working things out. Inspector.
Yeah, of course.
Jenks.
That's the first thing I think of when I see somebody nail their
And so
fucking arm
this
to a
would be
tree.
for Atlas, would it? Kyle?
You disappear now.
It's not a good idea to talk to a police inspector like that.
Do you want me to make you? It's okay, Tom.
Oh.
Mr. Jenks won't be bothering us anymore.
Don't make any rash commitments.
I don't think these guys are involved because we've only seen that guy once carving something into a tree. Like, these are just... Alright, we found keys.
Well.
And another...
You really should take more care of your
Opener.
things, Ryan. Is your keys, Kyle?
No.
Alright, we lost the keys, but we kept the... We've got a car door opener again there. This time I think it might be a car door opener.
So that's threshold testing, is it? Sticking a skewer
Yeah, I
through
think
your
they're
hand?
proper
I could
car
just ask
keys this
Ryan or
time.
Paul directly about this, but I think I'll bide my time. See what I can do with this key fob first.
Them two, that's fucking... They definitely learned that from Greg, right? That's why Greg's not telling us what he... Fuck. I didn't even think of that as that. Fucking hell. Yep. Brilliant. Call of the day. That was bro. You're gonna steal his car. Check the glove box. Yeah. I think now we might use the torch.
Bingo.
Oh.
Well, Ryan, what have you been up to? Be very interesting to see how he explains this one.
Okay, that is pretty fucking suspicious. I'm gonna try to use the torch here as well, though. Because I don't think we searched that car clearly, like, remotely close enough, right? I wonder what James is up to. I didn't even realize there was hints in this. Simon, Emma. Well, we'll go talk to James, since it's telling us. But that chick is fucking interesting, right? Alright. He's doing another old druggy deal. I don't know what that was about.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
I don't think James is involved. He wouldn't know about the money, he wouldn't know about that, wouldn't know about that.
Seen this before?
Don't think so.
Like, it tells us what he doesn't know, and yet we can ask him stuff and be like, no, he doesn't know.
Recognise this at all?
Yeah, he fixed my laptop.
Does he live locally?
I think so.
There's definitely something going on there. A drug deal of some sort, but he
Do
won't
that
have
later
that
on,
back.
if that's okay.
We'll snoop around his property a bit, and then we'll ask Ryan about that check, because that's a fucking smoking gun if there ever was one. He definitely knew. I think the check must be tied to the blackmail, right? Because Kate was going to out Ryan and Emma about them bonking each other, so I'm guessing that's what the check was about. But he obviously didn't give it to her.
So James is interested in
Poppies.
poppy pods, is he? I think he's got some explaining to do.
Definitely got to ask him about that one. I don't think I would have figured this out, well, particularly gone to James again if it wasn't for that hint button. There's a bit of over-reliance on hints for this game if you have to click on
A
that.
couple more questions, if that's okay.
I mean, I guess I would have in
What
the
can
end,
you
but
tell me about several boxes of dried poppy pods in the greenhouse back there?
I think James is a bit of a loose
Feel
end.
free to take some if you want.
What are they for, James?
Decoration.
Did you
Why?
just bribe a cop?
Decoration.
There's a big market for them among the over 70s.
So what are you doing with them?
Selling them
To the
to
overseas?
grannies.
Okay, James, let's just cut to the chase. Are you extracting
Selling them to
opium from
grannies,
them?
what a fucking line.
I can honestly say I've never done anything like that, Inspector.
Sure about that.
Scout's honour.
And who was the guy delivering them?
A friend. Someone gave them to him. He asked me if I wanted them. I said I'd have a look and see if I liked them.
You just thought you'd have a look. No particular reason?
I'm a plant scientist, that's what I do.
Have you
He is
ever
a plant
sold them to
scientist, that
anyone
is true.
else?
I only got them a few minutes ago.
In the past. You know Kate's body had opium in the blood when it was found.
Yeah, that's on the
No, I didn't.
morphine.
Hey, that's nothing to do with me.
Let's hope not.
It might be
Thank
worth
you.
stopping
Probably
into
be back later.
Simon on the way there. James had been selling, yeah, well, he's making medicine with shit old ladies. He's sold mint to Simon and Emma, so maybe he sold poppies as well. So we'll stop in on the way to Atlas. Because I still want to call out Ryan on his pill addiction, plus that fucking weird shit going on in the woods, plus the check. Ryan's got a lot of shit to answer for at the moment.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
Odd question, but have you ever seen anyone handling dried poppy pods?
Poppy pods? As in, for opium?
He knows.
Oh. Though James
That's not how you
did have
bluff.
opium tea once, I think.
Where did he get it from?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't ask. James does his own thing.
What does opium tea taste like?
I don't know. I didn't try it.
Really?
I didn't want to risk it, did I? But I went to hospital once.
Yeah, all James
I
does
had
is steer his
codeine,
fire, so I don't think
and I went
he's
into
a problem.
anaphylactic shock. The doctor said it was an opium derivative, apparently, so...
He's... Am I imagining stuff? Yeah, he took... I thought he said he did that.
Aha.
I think James is probably the most
You
likable
and
character in
Kate
the game.
morphine
He's definitely
in
not
Europe.
suspicious.
That's what
He's
you
just a
said, isn't it?
druggie.
Yeah.
But you're allergic to opiates, Simon. Opium. You didn't take the morphine at all, did you?
Well, no, I didn't. Kate did, though.
I thought you were trying to outdo each other. That was the point, wasn't it?
We weren't trying to outdo each other as such.
You were bonking.
Ryan wanted me to test Kate. To see how far she would go to be prime candidate.
What candidate?
Prime candidate. It means the best person in the group, basically.
What do you mean test her?
Simon
You
and
do it in
Emma
pairs.
have bullshit the most.
One person's the
I feel.
tester, it's me. And the other person's the
Ryan
victim.
and
Well, it's
Paul
not like
are
that.
definitely the
It's
dodgiest
completely
and most.
consensual. It's just boundary testing. Ryan wanted me to test Kate.
Because they thought she was the best student.
Well, maybe. I don't know. I just did what I was told, okay?
Except you decided to give her morphine. To break the law.
Well, I can't change that now, can I? She didn't die of a morphine overdose, did she?
She died because she drowned. But she
While on
drowned
morphine
for
and
reasons
booze.
that aren't clear.
Atlas seemed to have this all neatly worked out. If Simon's telling the truth, Atlas are lighting the fuse and then retiring to a safe distance, letting students test themselves and push themselves to their limits while avoiding all comeback. Is this what happened to Kate?
If she wasn't murdered, she was definitely fucking. You know, there's still a manslaughter charge in there at the very least.
Do you know what a prime candidate is at Atlas?
Yes, it's what every student wants to be. It's the best student. Apparently you get a great high-paid job afterwards. I don't think that really happens, though.
Did you know anyone in the running
Hella?
to be prime candidate?
What, like Simon? I don't think they picked Simon, to be honest. Well, he's got too many morals, and you can't have both at Atlas.
That's fucking Simon did it, didn't he? It's fucking Simon.
Strange question. Have you
He
ever known
offed
of anyone
Kate.
selling dried poppy pods?
Poppy pods? Don't think so. Isn't that opium?
Kind of. It's okay.
How do you know she wouldn't know anything about the money? Definitely ask her about the mirror.
Do you know about the mirror room at Atlas?
Mirror room. No, I heard about it, but I think it was only for the students later on in the course. Something like that.
She might know about.
Did you know about
Ryan's
Ryan
arthritis.
Rand's arthritis?
Arthritis?
He doesn't
I
have
didn't
it
think
though.
Ryan had arthritis.
No, I think we have picked up on that. Yeah, I actually think you're right, Jamie. One, she was like, fucking, he killed her, so he could be top dog. And two, if you, like, the whole thing is you have no morals, what better way to show you have morals than fucking drowning someone? Oh yeah, we haven't asked her about the laptop.
Did you know about Simon's laptop being stolen?
Yeah, because it had all my college work on it, which I hadn't backed up or saved.
Oh.
Not that it mattered much, but I did buy a new one. And Simon uses it now, when I let him.
True, she had, she definitely had booze addiction, so I don't know how much you've seen Jamie, but Kate was known to be an alcoholic. Like, that's the first thing you learn about her in the game is basically
Thank
she's
you. We'll
constantly
probably be back
shit-faced all the time. So there's no, no. It would be quite easy to get her addicted to pills, I think is what I'm trying to say. Alright, let's go talk to Ryan. Because we got a fucking shitload to ask him, right? Yeah, no, so that was one of the earliest things we found out about Kate was that the night she got killed, she was drunk at the bar, smashed a window, arguing with Emma about blackmail, but everyone's always commented on, oh, Kate's drunk as usual, so it's a regular thing for her, but it wouldn't surprise me, like, if she was a pill popper as well. Oh, she mean she might not even be drunk, she might be just on pills, right?
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Alright, we have to ask him. We've asked him about the mirror room. We don't want to ask him about the key. But we definitely want to ask him about the check.
Would you like to explain what this is, please, Ryan? £500 intended for Kate. It fell out of your car. At least I assume that's your car on the driveway at Brandon House.
I suppose so.
So why were you going to give Kate £500, Ryan?
It was just a little incentive, that's all. Just a little incentive.
Not very little, Ryan. £500.
She was a very good student. We heard that she was leaving. We wanted to give her something.
But you...
So this is for the...
Well, obviously not.
Are you sure there wasn't any other reason you might want to...
Yeah, I thought it was to be for the blackmail. Yeah.
No!
Well, I'd like to keep hold of this for a little while, if you don't mind.
Well, don't consider it a bribe, will you, Inspector?
Well, it doesn't have our name on it, so yeah. Let's go with the poppies.
Know
I don't think there's
anything
going to be
about
much there.
poppy pods? Come across anyone selling them or anything?
Poppy pods? Well, don't tell anyone, Inspector, but I hear that you can make opium out of those. Why do you ask?
Doesn't matter.
Such a confused look on his face. Like, what the fuck did you ask me then, mate?
Now, tell me what a prime candidate is.
You're learning a lot, aren't you, Inspector?
So was it blackmail or was it...
Prime candidates are simply the
Prime
best
candidate
students,
thing.
the ones with the most potential.
And what benefits do they get from that?
Well, they get the top job.
Which is?
Well, we have a deal with various multinationals. We train students to be exceptional, truly exceptional.
So...
And they get a wonderful top job. It seems a very simple deal.
And how
James
do you
was
decide
right.
who the prime candidate is? Do you test students?
No.
Did you ever, say, ask Simon to test Kate, for instance?
Oh, you've actually been speaking to Simon, haven't you? I really wouldn't trust anything that Simon Thompson says. You know, he spent the best part of 2 months trying to undermine Kate. No. Now, Simon Thompson, it really isn't my place to speculate, but if you're looking for motives, Inspector, he certainly had a few motives. More than I.
A motive to kill her, do you mean?
They all talk with their bottom teeth.
That's very interesting, Inspector. Well, that's up to you to decide.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Simon at the moment. There's no ulterior... I thought he did say there was an ulterior motive. Was it a test? There's definitely something there. Yeah, Tories definitely speak with their bottom teeth. That's one thing I've learned from this game so far. If I found out anything from this, there's little incentive. Tested. I don't genuinely know. There's something. Yeah, Simon's the one I'm leaning towards the most. He's had the most to gain from it as well. I don't know what. So there was an incentive from the $500 check for her to stay with Atlas to be prime candidate. Students aren't tested. Where's that? Is that one of the options? I know they've mentioned it before, right? Students aren't tested. But there's test for them. You're right. Where's the test? Nah. Pooh. There's things like this that should be options, right? Because this is a literal test. Alright. Students aren't bribed or coerced. But he gave...
Aha. So...
I think
students
Atlas are a
aren't
dodgy
coerced or
organisation,
bribed in any
but-
way, except Kate.
I'm not sure what you mean.
You said you were going to give Kate the £500 as an incentive. That's coercion, isn't it?
I really don't think you could call it coercion, Inspector.
What the fuck do you
It was
call
an
it?
incentive, that's all, a little encouragement.
So how often do you
That's
use incentives?
the same thing.
Okay, incentive is probably the wrong word. The money was just to see how Kate would respond. It was part of her assessment.
Assessment?
We have to assess students as they progress. We don't use
So it's a
conventional
test.
methods like sitting an exam or anything like that. People pay for this course per
You call it
session. We
kinky
have to
time.
know if they're committed or
£500 for
not.
kinky
So
time.
you're assessing their progress and testing their commitment?
Yes, we are. We have to. This is a business, not a charity.
So Ryan's claiming the money was part of Kate's assessment. And did this assessment also involve threshold testing, I wonder? Or was
That's
the
right,
money
there's the
for
whole
something
threshold
else?
testing thing as well, what they were doing in the woods. Students aren't tested. It would be in here, right? Yeah, to test an assessor.
Aha. Well, which one is it, Ryan? Do you test students or not?
Well, some of them, yes.
Including Kate?
Yes.
Why was she being tested?
She was being tested because
She was going to be prime candidate.
we wanted to see if she was good enough to become prime candidate, okay?
So Kate
Oh,
was
he just
in the
spilled
running
his
to
drink.
be prime candidate.
What a waste.
Yes!
And did you ask Simon to test her?
Yes,
Only
I
a
did.
villain would spill
but
a drink.
I didn't ask him to do anything stupid. He knew it was against course rules.
How far did you ask him to push her?
I didn't ask him to push her. I asked him to test her. There's a huge difference. If Simon decided to give her too much caffeine or morphine or whatever, that's his responsibility. So if he did anything wrong, it was his own responsibility. He did it with his own mind and his own hand.
He
We
put him up
had
to it.
nothing to do with it.
That's bullshit. I call bullshit on that. Fuck, it's 12. Alright, we're nearly at the end of the game then.
Midnight, and still no suspect, unless you count everyone I've interviewed. It's no surprise
Yeah.
that Ryan wants to avoid any suggestion of being responsible for Kate's death, but I wonder if the man protests just a little too much.
He definitely does. I think we have to interview Daddy because we haven't done that for a while. 100% bullshit. Like, he's absolutely put Simon up to it.
Was Kate a prime candidate?
Well, as Ryan has probably already told you, yes, she was.
Did you ask Simon to test her?
Yes, it's company policy. Leaders don't get involved.
And it covers your back, of course.
Well, nobody knows the students better than they do, Inspector. It's much better to let them just work it out among themselves.
It isn't very professional to force students to test each other to the point where one of them gets killed, Paul.
We don't force students to do anything that they don't want to do, Inspector.
So you don't force them into being tested?
No, we don't encourage anybody to hurt or offend anybody else here.
You don't use threshold testing, for instance?
No.
Yeah, which is
If
what we
Simon
saw in the
comes
woods,
in
right?
too far with Kate, that's his responsibility, not ours. He's the one you should be speaking to, if truth be told. I don't trust him.
We're definitely going to speak with Simon. Not encouraging students to hurt each other. They used to, right? Well, emotionally hurt each other. Or steal from each other or whatever.
What are prime candidates?
The best of the bunch. The peaches.
And so what does it mean to be a prime candidate?
Success. We have a special relationship with many major international companies. We provide them with our best students. And they get an instant job.
And what do you get out of it?
Get a paycheck.
It's a little kickback.
Yeah.
Just business, Inspector.
So James was right that what these guys do is brainwash people and sell them to... I don't think he knows anything about that.
What do you know about poppy pods?
And then sell them to big
Poppy
business.
pod.
Ever come across anyone selling them, using them?
No.
Definitely ask him about the
Now,
chick.
why do you think Ryan might want to give Kate a cheque for £500?
I've really no idea. Where did you find it?
In his car.
Just outside.
Just outside.
Better ask him.
Do you think Ryan was interested romantically in Kate?
I know he has a weakness for blondes, but I didn't think it had gone so
It's not
far.
blondes.
as his
You
offering
liked
them cash.
Emma. So there's definitely something about students not encouraged to hurt each other, right? Kunz. He's definitely a cunt, right? There was something in the CD as well.
Can you tell me about the room with the mirrors at Atlas? The one with the combination lock?
How did you
I don't know.
That's all for the moment.
I don't know. I don't know. Ask his missus about the chick, if we can. If we haven't already. We need to talk to Simon as well. Like
Ask about a few
ASAP.
more things, please. Do you know anything about a locked room at Atlas with mirrors in it?
Not off the top of my head, no. I think that's a question for Ryan.
Kate's prime status.
Did you know Kate Vine was a prime candidate?
No.
She seemed shocked about that.
Do you know what a prime candidate is?
At Atlas. It's the best student.
And what does that mean?
It means they
Big
get
money.
a guaranteed job with a very good salary. Well, that's the idea anyway.
But
Mostly they aren't up to it.
what happens then?
They get sacked.
Fair enough. That's shit. We should be able to ask her about that.
What do you know about poppy pods?
Go on.
Ever come across anyone trying to sell them or anything like that? Maybe even in here?
Not that I remember.
Alright.
Be back later on if that's
I'm gonna talk to Simon, who's the dodgiest fucker in the world. Because fucking Brian basically just threw him under the
questions
bus.
if that's okay?
What can we ask him about? Prime status.
How do you think you'd have reacted if you'd found out that Kate had been chosen to be prime candidate?
Is that... Was she?
I'm just asking how you think you'd react.
I don't know. I wouldn't react in any way, really. I'm not bothered. I don't think she was, though.
What makes you think that?
Well, it's just an impression I got. You know, she's a bit flaky, to be honest. She's just not really prime candidate material.
He knew.
Did you know about Ryan's arthritis?
Ryan? He's got arthritis?
Apparently.
Oh, I didn't know. I hadn't noticed he had any problems.
There's nothing there yet.
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
I think we're missing something with Paul. Wonder what Paul thinks about prime candidates. We've already asked. Oh, we need to talk to the chief as well. Apparently, we need to. Oops. Wrong way. We've only ever called the chief once in this game so far, which was to find out about Liam.
Hello, Jenks. Yes, I'm still up. Thanks for asking.
Chief Ryan admitted that he asked Simon to test Kate to see if she was good enough to be prime candidate, but he's throwing it all back on Simon. Says it was up to Simon about how he went about testing.
Very convenient. What does Paul say?
He pretty much backs Ryan up. He claims they don't do any threshold testing.
Well, that's a load of horse droppings.
Horse
He knows
dropping?
You're onto him, Jenks, which means you're getting somewhere at last. It's only taken you till midnight, but well done nonetheless. Listen, call me back. I'm watching an old movie, but Christopher Lee's only just turned up, so I'll be here for another hour or so, yeah?
Okay, Chief, I'll call again.
Yeah, bye.
Alright. We definitely need to call him out on threshold testing. We've seen people do
A
it.
few more questions, please.
We know it's a thing. But where is their threshold testing? The mirror room was for meditation or auto-hypnosis. Nothing there.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
We're missing something, guys. I'm gonna jump across to Atlas. And talk to old Ryan. Also see if there's anything in the mirror room. Fucking nearly there, guys. No, still nothing here. Ryan's not home anymore, or not in his room. Not there either. The only thing that was ever there was the doll burning thing. It's a pretty pointless room. I don't have a fucking clue. We need to call Paul out on... Yeah, I wonder where he's gone. Oops, gone the wrong way. Might do the whole roam around everywhere. Fucking hell. The one thing I don't like is the directional buttons. I'm getting a bit of lag on the stream, I realise. Sorry about that. Yeah, we could go talk to... we just talked to Simon, right? Fuck, I don't know. I'm going to probably spam Paul with a bunch of questions. That's all good. It's not like a Greg stream, at least.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
One moment. Alright. So it's something to do with that. I'm literally just going to do mash this with every option. It's not going to be any of those or those. Meditation. Oh, there we go. We didn't have to go too far.
You say you don't endorse threshold testing, that's the phrase, isn't it?
Yes.
Except you do, Paul, because you told me that the students use that CD in the mirror room. I've listened to that CD, and it very clearly mentions threshold testing. You keep batting this away, Paul. We don't really use hypnosis. The students aren't really tested, but I am this close to launching a full-scale investigation.
Look, we get a kickback from these students, and they have to be exceptional. Of course we have to test them. That doesn't mean we do anything illegal. What do you think we do? Bump off the ones we don't like?
Well, that depends on how far you push them, doesn't it?
Well, we certainly don't kill them. Nobody here wanted Kate dead.
I'm sure they didn't. But what do you expect, Paul, when you put students under that much pressure?
She was a very, very valuable student. She was worth a lot to the business.
Really? And how much would that be?
But if you really want to know, 50 grand.
She was worth 50 grand?
Yes.
What, you were selling her?
Of course we were selling her. You don't get this, do you? We make perfect employees. Month after month. That's all we do.
What do you mean, perfect employees?
What big business needs, Inspector, more than anything else, is none of this altruistic, goody-goody crap. What we look for is people with ambition, no ethics. Push. Greed is good, all right? We don't deal with all this comfort stuff. The survival of the fittest. That's all there is. There's no higher purpose, no big plan. There's nothing at the end of the rainbow. Accept what you have and you can enjoy in the here and now.
And what do you enjoy now, Paul?
You're going to have to excuse me, Inspector. I'm a very busy man. I've got work to do.
I'll see myself out. Lovely man, your father.
Shut the gate on your way out.
He's doing his level best to shut this place down. Get rid of him.
He's a policeman. We can't just...
We sort this, Ryan. You man up and you sort it. Tonight.
That doesn't sound good. Two totally morally bankrupt
Ewan,
men are plotting
you still
to get
there?
rid of me. It's midnight. I don't have any backup, and I don't even
Whereabouts
have a mobile phone.
in Scotland are
This
you
is
from again?
potentially quite bad. And what's Kyle got to do with it? I think I might make
My
my way over to
partner's
Atlas
just
while
wondering where
Ryan
you're from.
isn't there. Maybe lock myself in.
And she's also Scottish. Poor Greg. I'll try to make it so it's not on 1080p next time, so you can watch along. She says it's a nice place. She's been there before and says it's nice, so good job, I guess. She's comparing it to Orkney. So anywhere's nice compared to Orkney. What did I miss? What were they talking about? Sorry, I was not paying full attention. We should probably go talk. Yeah. Talk to Simon, right?
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
I'll still try to fix it next time so you have the option of lowering it, because I know some streams don't have that option, and I'm guessing mine doesn't. So I'll figure that out next time, so at least if it's buffering for you a lot, you can at least drop it to 720, 480, whatever.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
I want to see. Time for a final trip to the woods. We haven't shown stuff to Simon, Emma, James, Rebecca, and Paul yet. Alright, we'll start from the start and work our way back.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
One sec. Oh, no, it's all good. Lower it all the way to 220. Yeah, there must be an option to set it for that. Last night was my first proper stream, or, you know, yesterday morning for you guys, or this morning for you guys, rather. Was my first proper stream. So I haven't figured out all the tips and all the nonsense yet. But yeah, I'm just going to spam everybody with every item. I think the one thing I'm missing from James is that stupid bag, right? Yeah.
Seen this anywhere before?
Nope.
But yeah, it's all fucking Gerg's fault. Or not Gerg, but Gerg's dad's fault for watching so much porn. Yeah, I'll do that next time. There's not much point changing at this stream because we're nearly at the fucking end. But definitely next time. Well, I imagine we're near the end. It's midnight, and we've got to midnight to...
That's all for the moment, thank you.
Midnight to solve the case, so I imagine we're already fucking next to done. So we've asked everything to James. We haven't asked everything to Paul, but I've got a suspicion he's not going to let us into the house anymore. Yeah, we can't. We haven't asked everything to Rebecca, so we'll do that. Yeah, we'll do woods. I'm just going to work my way up there because I got it. Greg's random screaming, Jamie! I don't know. I know James isn't going to be involved because he's just a stoner. Rebecca is a little bit suspicious, but I'm not sure it's her. I still think it's Simon because they sort of brought up the fact that Kate was worth 50k to them, right? So you probably wouldn't want to actually offer. There is obviously testing. There's all this stuff. They are definitely a cult, but I think they're a cult to get other people to do their shit for them. And I think Simon definitely knew that Kate was prime candidate, and well, it could be Emma as well. Emma, we haven't spoken to Emma for a while. Emma's always been suspicious.
Used on the Atlas course.
And she got on
hypnosis or the power of persuasion.
What's the difference?
She got in a fight with Kate
Not
the
a
night
lot.
of her murder.
But if you want someone to do something, it's usually easier to ask nicely.
Atlas used persuasion techniques.
Well, don't all businesses use it, Inspector? Ever heard of advertising?
Have you
But
seen
it could be,
this
yeah, it could be
before?
Simon and Emma on it together.
Don't take any notice of that.
Why?
James Wilson is a fantasist. He spends his time pretending to cast spells in the woods. He's not exactly a stable person. And, I heard that he was involved with growing cannabis.
Really?
Ooh, no, it was just magic mint.
So you don't think there's any truth at all to this?
None at all.
What do you know about this?
It's an advertisement. They had it designed by an agency, I think.
And when was that?
Last year sometime.
Nothing there.
Be
I'm
back later on, if that's okay.
absolutely... You don't think it's Simon? I need to go for a quick bathroom. And I'll be back in a jiffy, but... No, not the stoner. I don't think it's the stoner. I think he's just a fucking stoner. Like, I don't think he's smoking cannabis either. I think it's magic mint and opium, which is not necessarily better, obviously, but I think he's just a guy that's tripping out on fireplaces and mirrors. Alright, back again already. Just a quick piss and a hand wash. Unlike Pachetti, he doesn't wash his fucking hands, I'm sure, but... We haven't asked everything of Rebecca still. I'll double check that. There's no way he does.
Thank you.
Cheers, Maxie. How are you going? Doesn't know about the driver's license.
Have you seen this before?
No, sorry.
So you didn't know if Kate had lost it?
No idea.
Brew, Freedom Necklace. He seems serenely sanitized instead. I mean, that's not too bad. I don't know. Like, I'd rather just wash because I don't want to fucking pay. Like, I know sanitizer's cheap, but like soap's cheaper. So I'd rather just do the easy way of just soap and fucking water. Be done with it. I think we've asked you everything.
Probably be back later.
I don't have an issue. I also don't like the fucking smell of sanitizer. So we've asked everything. But again, sanitizer does the job, so I can't fault someone for like not washing their hands if they're using sanitizer.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Go get the cunt. We're going to ask Simon whatever questions we're missing of him, but we have to go to the woods according to the hints. I'm relying on hints a lot at the end of the game. I think it's getting a bit more muggy about...
You know the shop?
Yeah, I know the shop. I
haven't asked people about this because it's so fucking pointless. Like, I don't think anyone gives
Yeah.
a shit about the bag.
Yeah, something like
There's
that.
not going to be the clue that breaks the case, right?
What do you know about Ryan's guitar collection?
Not a whole lot. I know he brought a guitar to one of the groups once, at the end of one of the stages. That's the only time I've seen him with a guitar.
That doesn't fucking surprise me. Like, fucking the amount of hand sanitizer that we have at work. Like, once COVID happened, the whole fucking floor, well, every fucking floor rather, we got like 16th floor building I work in, 18th floor building. Every fucking floor has hand sanitizer dispensers on all of the elevators. Like, every elevator door has a hand sanitizer dispenser next to it. And fucking, like, everywhere you walk has a bottle of hand sanitizer as well. It's fucking everywhere. And just stinks to hell. And people just push the thing and it just spills everywhere. So all the fucking floor is covered in hand sanitizer. It looks like people are pissed everywhere. But it's fucking just hand sanitizer staining all of the floor.
You know what these are?
I can't wait for it to fuck off.
No. Look a bit like sage leaves.
Haven't seen them before, though.
Not at all, no.
You've definitely seen them before. I wonder if we can call them out on that. Because he was the one that said... I thought he's... No. I don't know if he's actually admitted to it. He's bought
Ever heard of
the drug
Salvia
off
Divinorum?
James.
Salvia Divinorum?
No, Magic Mint, same thing.
Oh, yeah, you mean the drug? Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, ever tried it?
Well, once or twice, yeah.
He used to
But
buy
it's
it
not
off
really
James.
my sort of thing. It messes with your brain. I've never tried any other drugs either. Nothing like that. Nothing hallucinogenic.
Well... There must be something there, right? Opium's not really hallucinogenic, is it? Where is Salvia? It's like a fucking hardcore painkiller. No. I know you can, but that's not the purpose. Alright, I think we've
That's
asked
it
him
for the time
everything.
being, thank you. And what do you know about this?
This is Simon's. I bought this from when we were on holiday.
What a prick,
Has he
he's
lost
thrown it
it?
away.
He dropped it.
You can't keep anything.
There's a lot of items in this that are
Do you know whether Kate was in the running
clearly
to be
red
prime
herrings.
candidate or not?
I don't, but I do think she would have been chosen just because she was, you know, Kate.
You didn't discuss it with Kate.
No. No, she never talked about Atlas.
Because that keychain was utterly pointless, other than finding out that Simon has a car, but he can't drive. But who gives a shit? I mean, there could be something there, but I highly, highly, highly doubt it. I think we've asked her everything as well.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Still haven't asked him everything?
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
Sure we had. Everyone's deaf. Driver's license, bicycle, screwdriver. Pendant, necklace, broken pub window, hates argument. I think we're missing a contradiction here. Oh, we haven't asked him about the flyer.
Have you seen this before?
Oh, is this the thing that James did? Yeah, I've heard of it.
What do you know about all this? A third eye, I think they were called?
I don't really know anything about it. I mean, I've heard about Liam's death, but all I know about Three Eyes or whatever is on this flyer.
So you hadn't heard about it?
But you're part of Atlas.
Sorry.
For those who, again, haven't been following the game the whole way through, Third Eye was far more cult-like, but was Atlas before it became Atlas. Even though Atlas is fucking culty as hell.
That's all for the moment.
Now.
Thank you.
Alright. I don't know what I've missed. She knew about the thief. That's right, she doesn't like beer. What a monster. And there doesn't seem to be anything I've missed asking her. Again, there must be a contradiction in here somewhere. But I'm keen to get to the woods, see what's going on there. I haven't asked her about the IT
Have
card.
you seen this before?
Nope. Sorry, never heard of him.
Be back later on if that's
Let me
okay.
go to Simon. I mean, to piss off out of here and get to the woods.
That's it for now. Thank you.
Four things you can ask Paul. I don't think we can ask Paul anything for the time being. Alright, so what's going on in the woods? Nothing there. The only thing that was there was that guy getting pissed up. I can't remember what he said to us. The only thing that was there was that necklace. So it's going to be here in it. Here we... Oh, it's the piss head.
Prove to me that you're man enough to do this, Kyle, and then you can deal with that ridiculous police inspector.
Alright.
What is this? What the hell? Scotland Yard. Not hell. Hello, Ryan.
Hello, Inspector. What are you doing here?
Inspecting?
You fucking... mate.
Let's have it.
I don't think you'd understand.
There's a fucking guy pointing a knife at some chick's throat and you're just having a chat?
Knife. What? That knife gives me a perfect right to stick my nose in, investigate,
Dude.
and interfere.
This is all part of the Atlas course. It's a physical endurance exercise.
Drop the knife.
That's horseshit.
The knife, Kyle.
Kyle.
Dude.
Drop it!
Fuck, Kyle's a twat.
Not looking 100% brilliant for you, Ryan.
Well, please, Inspector, you've poked your nose into Atlas's affairs enough times to know that imaginative flair is part of the course's success. Our lessons are reinforced by a unique emotional experience.
Terror?
It's an extremely evocative tool.
Well, it's a good job you're not in charge of the national curriculum.
Now look, Inspector, I know what you're trying to do. I know what you're thinking. But believe me, Atlas had nothing to do with the deaths of those people.
Eyewitness account of a satanic sacrifice in the woods.
Yeah.
That's not what we call circumstantial evidence, Ryan.
Simon, Now, I saw Simon walking home with Kate last Friday after the meeting. Now, Simon had this strange idea that he was in the running to become prime candidate.
Yeah, here
Well,
we
a
go.
knob of butter has more chance of becoming prime minister. Oh, wait.
So are you telling me that
Simon killed her? Well, it seems reasonable. It's likely, isn't it?
any more likely than you, Ryan? Pig!
Oh!
I know. Police brutality.
That's my favorite fucking scene in the game so far.
You okay?
Oh, fuck. I don't know what the fuck to make of that. Just fucking sent some girl in a mask off into the woods at midnight. Well, he said it was Simon, which is my suspicion. She's the best actor in this whole fucking game. He saw Simon walking Kat home last Friday night. So we got to talk to Simon. Like I thought it was Simon. And we're probably going to find out now, so this
Ask about a few
might
more
be
things,
the end of the
please.
game.
Thank you.
So I'm going to check out...
Probably be back later.
I don't want to jump into this right now. Wonder what Simon's... We haven't talked to Simon, Emma, James, and Paul. So I imagine this is going to be... me calling out Simon's going to end the game, right? So I'm going to talk to James. I don't know if I can talk to Paul yet. But I'm going to talk to James, Emma, about the accusations, just so I get everything done. Because I want to finish this off as much as possible. Though I think also James is not going to have anything to say about the accusation. He doesn't seem to leave his fireplace. Emma probably does. But I don't think James is going to fucking know anything about fucking Simon walking Kate home.
Do you know how well Simon knew Kate?
Really?
Did you ever see them together?
So why? Do you think he killed her?
I've no
Whoa.
idea. Do you think he'd be capable of that?
Do you think we're all capable of it?
No, I don't.
Sure. So you'd never been in your police car responding to an incident, driven past a school at high speed?
Don't know. Maybe.
Well, you've answered your own question then.
What the hell did he just
Need when
suggest?
Things get in your way. It's human nature to either ignore them or get rid of them. Any way you can. That's all murder is, isn't it?
Maybe you're right.
I don't know if he was suggesting I would just go off and murder a kid at school, or he means
Thank you. Probably be back later.
there's potential that I could accidentally hit someone. Because that's not murder. I know it is in the States. I don't know if it's the same in the UK, where they call it murder when it's an accident.
A few more questions, please.
Okay, we can
That's
ask her
all for
that.
the moment.
Yeah,
Thank
manslaughter,
you.
that's what I thought. It's the same here, and I figured you guys would have the same here, so like... That's a point. I do just want to, like, cross off everything in case it is Simon, and this, like, chat with him is what ends the game. Oops, I didn't mean to go there. I just wanted to check if there's anything at the village hall. The only thing that was here was that poster, and there might have been something else there, but again, there's a few areas in this game that are just pointless. We'll ask Emma first. Bang on the window at
Ask you
midnight.
a couple more things, please. Did Simon mention walking home with anyone after the meeting last Friday?
No, he just came home. Why?
He didn't mention walking home with Kate.
No, definitely not.
Alright.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
I'm going to also check one last thing, and I know
Probably
people are
back
probably going to
later.
be pissed off now that I'm pissing around. But I want to check if we can talk to Paul. Because there's apparently a few things we needed to ask him. No, they've completely shut up. We can't get into here anymore. So whatever we could ask him, we've since missed.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Alright, let's ask.
What would you say if I said it's been suggested that you were seen walking home with Kate after Atlas last Friday?
What? By who?
The same person who suggested that you wanted Kate out of the picture because you found out she was in the running to be prime candidate.
Who said that?
Just a question.
I didn't think I was in the running. It was Ryan, wasn't it?
I am in no position to say.
It was Ryan.
Simon, calm down.
No, I can prove it. Kate's driving license, give it to me.
Why?
Kate's driving license, please.
Alright.
See that pattern on the tape there?
Yeah.
Let me show you something. See this pattern? Now look at that. It's the same pattern. This has come from the same roll of tape as this.
So?
So there's only one person has tape like that. Ryan.
So?
He gave me this piece of tape when I was in his office once. Why has Kate's driving license got a piece of Ryan's tape on it?
I have no idea, Simon.
Where did you find it?
Oh, by the lake.
It's obvious, isn't it?
Why has he only brought this up now?
Ryan was testing her. He was doing a
What is
boundary
the
test to see how much she would
tape
do,
got
how
to do with
far
anything?
she would go to be a prime candidate. But it all went wrong. Okay. It's one of the things we do at the course, right? You give something that's important to you to someone else.
It's
and they
Greg.
go and hide
It
it
must be
somewhere.
Greg.
It's to teach you to not be bothered.
Greg with the tape on his face.
You, right? Kate
Old
gives
tape
her
face
driving
Greg.
license to Ryan. Ryan goes and hides it somewhere down the lake. Kate finds out. She goes down
Pig.
looking for it, probably drunk, and she falls in.
But what's the tape got to do with it?
I'm afraid I find that a bit far-fetched, Simon.
I wasn't paying full
Makes perfect
attention.
sense if you know anything at all about how Atlas
But
works.
Simon, if you got the tape from Ryan, Kate could have got it from him.
He told me he doesn't lend it out.
He lent it
But he lent to you.
But I didn't kill her. Do a lab test on the card. His DNA will be all over it.
And what if yours is all over it?
It won't be. I didn't kill her. I'm sorry. Just give me a minute. I need some painkillers.
What the fuck? He's skipping out. He's skipping out. You fucking let him go, mate.
Where did he go in such a hurry? Is he trying to act as suspiciously as possible?
Emma, James, and Paul. Alright. Where the fuck did he go? Oops, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way. It's taking me to the woods for a reason. Is it going to be the showdown going to be here? No. Has he run off to Atlas?
Damn. I
Ah,
suppose it was too much to hope that Ryan had left the place open.
we're locked out. Where the fuck did Simon piss off to? We're gonna quickly chat to Emma. I don't think there's actual like a time frame where there's an actual chase going on.
A few more questions, if you
I
don't
don't think the
mind.
game operates like that.
Have
Why
you
is the
seen this
tape
anywhere before?
such
I've seen
a?
it somewhere, but can't remember. Sorry, no.
The tape's like
that's it for the
the
time being,
missing
thank you.
fucking piece to the puzzle somehow, and I don't quite get it. Yeah, I mean they're not gonna like the fucking one place that's gonna be open is the pub, right? At 1 a.m. And she'll probably have the key as well. To be fair, it's his
A couple more questions,
missus.
if that's okay. Have you seen patterned tape like this anywhere before?
Yeah, I know. If I can just bang on a window at 1 a.m.
When was that?
A couple of months ago?
Have you still got it?
I don't think so. I haven't seen it since then.
Ryan had the same pattern sticky tape. Yeah,
Thank
we
you.
have to
Probably
go
about later.
chat with Ryan. She's borrowed it as well, though. Fuck. There's something we're missing. Don't know what.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
I don't think
Ever
James is gonna have that
seen
fucking
tape
sticky
like this
tape.
anywhere before?
No.
Yeah.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Broke through the window. Should call the chief for an update. There's 6 we can't talk to Paul. What about this? Just sticky tape. Fucking the whole case resting on that. I've been in a jury before. If that's what they brought out, I'd fucking piss myself.
Just as it gets to the good bit, great. Go on, Jenks.
So, where to start? Paul admitted that they do use threshold testing. Apparently they get a wedge of cash from various companies in exchange for each prime candidate they produce.
Interesting.
Also, I met Ryan and some of his friends in the woods in the middle of some sort of occult ceremony. I have no idea what they were doing, but it did not look good. But Ryan insisted that Simon walked Kate home after the meeting last Friday. He's claiming Simon killed her.
Simon's buggered off.
He doesn't agree, not surprisingly. He says it was Ryan, because of something to do with a piece of tape stuck to Kate's driving license, which Simon claims belonged to Ryan. Claims it was Ryan who was testing Kate by sticking the driving license to a tree in the woods in the dark and telling Kate to get it, knowing she'd fall in. And no, before you ask, it doesn't make any sense to me either.
Right,
Nope.
so basically Simon says Ryan was testing her and Ryan says Simon was testing her. Well, either one of them is lying or neither of them are. And nobody was testing anybody.
I suppose that's always a possibility.
Wouldn't surprise me, Jenks. Well, I don't know. I can't help it.
Yeah.
You're as close
That
as
bit
you're gonna get.
tracks a lot of information, though.
Said, go through everyone's statements. The
I mean, I
answer's
guess.
there somewhere. Call me back when there's some good
Go through
news.
those
eh?
statements.
Preferably a confession.
Well, if I can get one.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chief.
Good night.
Paul's the only one we haven't talked to, but I don't know how we can talk to Paul. There's nothing left in here. I think the only people we can talk to are Emma, Rebecca, and James. Rebecca's probably the best one. Or
Ask me
Rebecca
a
or
couple more
Emma.
things, please.
Because it's either going to be Ryan or Simon. Start from the driver's license. No, she doesn't know anything about that. Nicholas, no. She's taped over the window. If it's a fucking...
Aha. You last saw that sticky tape 2 months ago, is that correct?
Yes.
So how come you used it last week to tape over the broken window outside? That's the same tape.
Well, I must have been mistaken.
You see, the reason I'm asking is that it's exactly the same tape that was found attached to Kate's driving license, found at the scene. The tape that only Ryan has. Ryan, and of course, you.
So what are you saying?
I
Who's
don't
got the
know.
tape now? Do you know where it is?
No. No, I don't know where it is. Why are you asking me about this tape?
You seem nervous, Rebecca. Is there a problem?
Well, you're practically accusing me of having something to do with that woman's murder, aren't you?
I wasn't accusing you of anything, Rebecca. Unless there's something you'd like to tell me.
No, I wouldn't like to tell you anything.
Okay, well, that's fine. Obviously, we'll be swabbing everyone in the area for DNA, so if anything comes up on Kate's license, DNA traces.
What'll come up? Nothing will come up. Right, I've had enough. I've got to get back.
Rebecca! Would you like to explain to me exactly what is going on?
Which bit? The fact that some leggy bitch was trying to steal my husband?
I think you had better tell me what you know, Rebecca.
Okay. You want to know what I know? Kate Vine seduced my husband and was going to blackmail him. Not only did she sleep with him, that whore did it just for his money, our money.
How did you work that out?
I heard her. I knew it was her arguing with Emma Bowman. Emma was trying to talk her out of it.
And how did she come to be at the lake?
She dropped that driving license thing when she came in. She was drunk. She dropped her bag. I took it out to the woods and stuck it over the lake. Then I waited for her. When she came out, I told her where it was, that someone had just run off into the woods with it.
You led her to the lake.
She was reaching out over the lake to get it. I didn't do anything. She just fell in.
But you let her drown.
It was dark. I couldn't see anything. I couldn't help her.
Really? Did you try, Rebecca?
Well, it was too late. She was just flapping about in the water. It was pathetic. She was making these gurgling sounds.
And what did you do?
I got a big stick. I just pushed her down with it until she stopped. Well, she was dead anyway. What did it matter?
You killed her, Rebecca.
But she slept with my husband.
No, Emma.
Rebecca.
What do you mean?
You
Emma
got
did.
the wrong girl.
Who? Emma. It was Emma.
Fuck.
Rebecca Rand.
Well, acting to end on.
Arresting you for the murder of Kate Vine. You do not have to say anything, but anything you do say may be taken down and will be used in evidence against you. You understand?
It's so soap opera acting. It's not terrible, but fucking hell, you can't end it like that.
It appears that Kate Vine's death was a tragic case of mistaken identity. But there are some loose threads here. What was Ryan doing with Kyle and that girl in the woods?
Yeah.
What if I hadn't interrupted? And what
That's
really
going to bust your
happened to
mane.
Liam last year? It seems I've only scratched the surface.
Weird, we
of
didn't find out
Atlas
about Liam,
and the
right?
Rand business empire. Trying to find out about Paul Rand's past is like peering into dense fog. He gives nothing away and covers his tracks with military efficiency. However,
What is known is that Paul Rand has a lot of connections in high places, politicians, celebrities,
Drunk man was star of the stream.
leaders. Perhaps James Wilson's ideas weren't too wide of the
No,
mark after all.
James was
I get the
right.
feeling there's still a lot more to learn about the Rand business empire.
You're gonna have to excuse us. Atlas is closed for the moment, but we'll be open again very soon. Thank you for your interest.
Well, shit. It all came down to a piece of tape. See, that ending bit there, the closing door thing, was kind of cool. But holy fuck. It was Emma. Was fucking piss poor. So we've solved our first case. There's a few more games of the same style. In fact, they star some of the same cast that I'm going to play as well. Not today, obviously, but probably tonight New Zealand time, so tomorrow morning UK time. There's a game called Shapeshifting Detective, and another one called something, I don't know. That's why I'm leaving it running in case there's a posting. Something to do with the madness of Doctor something or other. There's a few games of the similar style. There isn't a sequel to this yet that I know of. That was done in 2015, so I don't know if we're holding out hopes for it. Oh, there's... Wait, what was that? I'm definitely holding out hopes for it. I definitely want... What the fuck was that post-credit scene? It was just Ryan and Jinx high-fiving. There's your post scene, Greg. That was worth it. That post-credit scene was definitely worth it. So they're fundraising for a sequel. So there you go. If you want a sequel, they're apparently raising funds for it. I don't know where. Maybe you can find out somewhere, and we can do a charity stream so we can have a Contradiction too. See, next year that will be it. Rather than whatever else, the charity stream will be for Contradiction episode 2. But yeah, so like I said, there's a few more games, very, very similar style. I'm wanting to focus on detective ones, so there's a game called Shapeshifting Detective, which stars many of the same cast. And what's the other one? Infectious Madness of Dr. Decker, which needs to be downloaded, so I'll download that later. But I think we'll do the Shapeshifting Detective next. Well, I'll maybe go do a sort of stream to break up the two. There's a detective game I really, really like, and I've played it before, so I know how it ends and how it begins and all those sort of stuff. And so it's the mystery is not going to be a surprise to me for that one. But it'll be a way to break up the sort of live action games versus just going from this straight to the other live action games. But there we go, first series done, dusted. Relatively short game. I think it took me 4 hours total to finish it. 5 hours total to finish it. But yeah, I really fucking enjoyed it. The ending was let down a little bit by her acting. I mean, the tape thing was stupid, but the acting is what kept it off for me. Just the whole Rebecca, Emma, whatever it was. Anyway, cheers for all of you sticking along. we solved our first case together as the Obscurity Detective Agency. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Greg. I'm glad that you enjoyed it as well, Magsy. Hope everybody else enjoyed it. It's early days for me streaming so far, so I'm still coming to terms with, or coming to grips with how it's all done. Double A found it meh. Fair enough. You know, we'll film our own sequel. How about that? Rather than fund a sequel for them to do it, we'll do our own, and we'll all star in it. Obscurity Detective Agency and Greg. Greg was the culprit, if anything. I bet he was the girl in the mask. Thanks, Magsy. You're always like the ultra positive one. Cheers. No. Like I said, this is like my first proper attempt at streaming. It's a kind of weird game to play because you can't talk over too much of it because it's really, really dialogue heavy. I only noticed like at the end that I could have put subtitles on, but oops, that would have been a bit of a help. But oh well, you learn as you go along. But yeah, do this. You two write a script. Jamie and Greg can write the script. You can write the script for Contradiction 2. She's found by you've already got a script for Contradiction 2. Oh, brilliant. Who's Greg going to play? Jamie's obviously going to be the detective. Greg's just going to be the drunk guy in the woods. Oh dear, you did a murder mystery. Well, that does encourage me to play more murder mystery games. I've got a fair few of them. There's only a handful of these style ones. There's another one called Poe and Monroe, but I don't think that's a murder mystery one. But I want to play these games because this is a really sort of weird style. Shitty rap song doesn't count as a script. Bless you. Yeah, there's definitely a few more games that I'm going to get through for this though, and then I'll have to figure out what my next gimmick is after the detective agency runs up. You did a murder mystery evening. That would always actually be kind of fun to do. I've always wanted to do one. I've had one of those like pre-bought murder mystery things, so I'm figuring it's the same sort of logic. But yeah, I'll figure out something to break up so I can extend the murder mystery gimmick longer. Ah, Netflix is listening in on you, Greg. Could play Cluedo online, yeah. I mean, there's tons of things to do. I just think it's a unique, as I say, gimmick for lack of a better word, to do these sort of weird FMV live action movie games. Greg's already doing his Telltale Walking Dead games, and these are relatively similar. Where it's not, this is obviously far less action heavy than Walking Dead, but it's the same sort of very, very dialogue heavy, very, very sort of puzzle, but weaker puzzles in this game. Depending on how you see the sort of contradiction puzzle thing play out, I did have to force a sort of answer at one point because I had just forgotten what was on the CD. Obviously, there was something about the test on the CD, but I completely forgot about it between last night and this morning. There's a few other games I want to play at some point as well. There's one game that I really wanted to use as my string base, but I'll leave that for later. And we'll get to that when we get to it. But I think yeah, there's 2 games I've got in mind for next streams. Anyway, I better actually piss off now. It is 2 p.m. our time. It must be 1 a.m. your guys' time. So some of you do a stream of the Bioshock games, man. I love the Bioshock games. I'm not a big fan of Bioshock Infinite. A lot of people are, but personally, I'm not. Bioshock 1 in particular is a fucking amazing game. So I'd definitely check out a stream if you did that. I really, really like Bioshock 1. Yeah, no, I'd absolutely check it out if you stream Bioshock. I'd be interested in seeing your opinions of Bioshock Infinite. Bioshock 2 is a weird sort of game. It's not bad. It's just like they didn't really know what they were doing with it. It sort of doesn't have a strong story, but it feels like it's not intended to. Whereas Bioshock Infinite feels like they intended this really deep fucking story and just didn't know what they were doing with it. But again, it's really popular and a lot of people really, really like it, so I'm happy to be wrong. It's not for me. But Bioshock 1's fucking class. But yeah, I've got a few murder mystery games that I can download. And really interesting. There's a lot of ones that I just haven't played at all. There's 2 ones on the list I have played. One of them which I'll probably play tonight, which is a really old adventure game. Called Colonel's Bequest. Really, really old, from like 1989. But it's one of my favorite games of all time, so I think I'll be playing that tonight, or your guys' morning. I'm just prattling on now, but I'm just also looking for all the games I've got as well. There's definitely a few there that are detective games. There's definitely a lot of them that are of this style, with the same cast. There's another one called The Complex, which I think somebody on Cultaholic stream of all things recommended to me. And what's the other one? Yeah, if you're awake, you're awake. It'll probably I'll try to do it around the same time as I started yesterday morning for you guys, or this morning for you guys. The Bioshock series is really cheap now. That's the one thing I really like. I've got it as well. I can't remember how much I picked it up for, but like there's still the whole series for like next to nothing. And as I say, I really like Bioshock 1, so there's no harm in picking up the whole set. Yeah, I've got Bioshock Infinite on screen right now. So yeah, I don't know where. I'm sure I've got the other Bioshock ones. They might be under like a different name. But yeah, there's a few games there. Anyway, I got Broken Sword games, which are Sam's favorite. So I might actually play those. I haven't played them in years. Broken Sword 1 and 2 I really, really like. I haven't played them in a long time. And they're sort of mystery games as well, detective games as well, so they'll kind of fit in with the theme of it. But anyway, that's it for now. I really like Broken Sword, but like I said, I haven't played in a long, long time. It's been a really, really long time since I played it, like generally maybe 20 years or so. So happy to play it again. I've got them installed, but I just haven't played them. It's the remakes as well, so I don't know what the remakes are like. I haven't played the remakes at all. I don't think there's going to be much of a difference. But yeah, I've got the remakes. I think they're the remakes. And maybe it's just I don't know if there's a choice between the two. Anyway, I was wrapping up. Cheers for joining me. Bye-bye for now, and catch you in about 9 hours' time. Ta-da.